Polite hoots and well-done cheers circled the classroom as Nora found her way back to her seat. Now, Professor Hamster said, since everyone has passed the family recipe module, this is an excellent segue into enchantment brews. What about Misha? One of the students piped up. The teapot princess hasn't been tested yet. A gust of swampy wind blew in from the open window at the very back of the class, sweeping a pointy hat into the air, where it danced around to muffled laughter, the sort of unkind laughs that could have made even the bravest witch break out in goosebumps. It looped over the desks before falling in a crumple of fabric at the professor's feet. Now, no name-calling in my class, please, Professor Hamster called, directing his attention to the one hatless young tea witch who was not paying as close attention as she should have been. No matter how accurate, he mumbled before clearing his throat loudly. Misha! From under the open window, where a puddle of buttery sunlight pooled onto her desk, came the very soft snores of a little witch. 2 long braids fell on either side of her pink polka dot hoodie like chocolate swirls, and with each breath a tiny murmur escaped her lips. Professor Hamster cleared his throat again. Misha Dayan! The witch woke with a start. It wasn't me, it was an accident, she cried out reflexively. And before her eyes were even fully open, Misha leapt to her feet. With a plink, a teacup-sized crystal ball slipped out of her apron and onto the floor. Oops, Misha said. Her braids flapped against her shoulders as she rushed after it. Excuse me, pardon me. Loud whispers and quiet chuckles tickled her ears, but she didn't have time to see what was so funny. Her eyes were riveted on the crystal ball and the pinks swirling and pulsing inside it. Her heartbeat quickened. No! But it was too late. The blurry image of her auntie's face sparkled into existence as the first of many neglected voicemails went off. Beep. Hi, Misha, it's Auntie here. I know you told me you didn't need reminding, but don't forget to regularly organize your spice tin. We don't want you blowing up another one of your school dorms accidentally. Misha grimaced. Well, that was a bit of an exaggeration. After all, it was only a baby spice explosion. A ripple of nervous laughter ran through the desks as she hurried forward, bending down to scoop up the crystal ball. And then, from the row of desks, a foot shot out. Eee! Misha squeaked as the crystal ball slipped from under her fingers. It spun away, and Misha went running after it, her cheeks burning nearly as hot tea. What bad luck! And then the next voicemail rolled through. Beep. I know you told me you didn't need reminding, but please take your time measuring the ginger for your teas. That cat is still floating around the Outer Spice Market's fish spice doll. Think of your ancestor, great-great-auntie Joyce. She's rolling in her grave. Misha scrunched her nose. Well, that was a bit of an exaggeration, too. How was she supposed to know too much ginger would turn her chai into a levitation brew? As soon as she'd realized her mistake, she'd thrown it out the window. It certainly wasn't her fault that the cat lapped up the puddle of tea off the sidewalk and began to float away. Great-great-auntie Joyce, famous cat whisperer extraordinaire, could look the other way. The crystal ball had rolled all the way to the front of the class now, and everyone was watching. Beep. Auntie again. One more thing. It looks like you forgot to pack extra Before her auntie's messages could embarrass her further, Misha scooped up the crystal ball and stuffed it back where it belonged, in the very bottom pocket of her apron. And then she scooped